How prepared are you for fall and winter? Are you ready for the cooler mornings, changing weather, cozy layers, and the return of those richer seasonal looks? And more importantly, is your wardrobe ready to move into the new season without making you look stuck in the past? What if preparing for fall and winter isn't really about buying an entirely new wardrobe? What if the real secret is knowing how to take the pieces you already love and make them feel fresh, polished, and completely up to date? That is where Linda Wright's approach to seasonal dressing becomes so interesting. How does Linda manage to capture the warmth and sophistication of autumn while keeping her overall appearance fresh and contemporary? And why does her style feel elegant without giving the impression that she is desperately trying to follow every new fashion craze? Perhaps the answer is simpler than we think. Linda doesn't seem interested in dressing a certain way simply because something is trending. She doesn't need every viral fashion moment to influence her wardrobe. Instead, she understands one of the most important principles of great personal style. Being fashionable isn't about wearing everything that is new. It's about knowing how to make your style feel current while still feeling like yourself. And as fall and winter approach, that lesson becomes especially useful. The transition into cooler weather often changes the entire mood of fashion. The lightweight pieces of warmer months begin to disappear, layering becomes essential, fabrics become more substantial, and wardrobes naturally start feeling richer and more sophisticated. But here's the challenge. How do you embrace the beauty of the colder seasons without allowing your outfits to become heavy, predictable, or old-fashioned? Linda Wright's style offers plenty of inspiration. Her approach seems to revolve around harmony. She understands that seasonal fashion should enhance your appearance rather than overwhelm it. Instead of piling on layer after layer or allowing every autumn and winter detail to compete for attention, the goal is to create an outfit where everything feels deliberate. And isn't that what makes an outfit appear effortlessly stylish? It doesn't necessarily come down to how expensive each piece is. You don't need a wardrobe overflowing with luxury labels to create an elegant seasonal appearance. Sometimes the difference comes down to styling. How do the pieces relate to one another? Do the proportions work together? Does the outfit have enough structure without becoming stiff? Is there enough softness to make it feel comfortable and natural? These little decisions can make an enormous difference. Linda appears to understand the importance of a clean, well-balanced shape. Her style doesn't need excessive decoration to make an impression. There is a sense of order to the way everything comes together, allowing the overall look to feel refined rather than crowded. And this becomes even more important when the temperature drops. Because once colder weather arrives, it can be tempting to keep adding more. One layer becomes two become three, then accessories are added, followed by more seasonal details, and suddenly an outfit that looked elegant in theory feels overwhelming in reality. So what is the better approach? Instead of seeing every layer as another opportunity to add something, think about what each piece contributes to the final look. Could one strong outer layer establish the mood of the entire outfit? Could a simpler foundation allow a beautiful texture to become more noticeable? Could a carefully chosen accessory bring personality without distracting from everything else? That kind of thoughtful styling is what makes Linda's approach so appealing. She seems to understand that elegance often becomes stronger when you know when to stop. Think about it. What happens when an outfit contains too many competing trends? Does it actually look more fashionable, or does it become difficult to understand? Now compare that with an outfit where every element has been carefully considered. Which one feels more sophisticated? Which one looks more expensive? And which one would still feel beautiful when next year's trends arrive? That is where timeless style has an advantage. Linda's seasonal wardrobe doesn't need to announce that she knows every current fashion trend. Instead, it communicates something much more powerful: confidence. And that is an important lesson for anyone who wants to keep their wardrobe looking modern, because looking outdated isn't always about wearing something old. A brand new outfit can still look dated if the styling feels too rigid, too predictable, or overloaded with details. Sometimes the individual pieces are perfectly fashionable, but the combination doesn't feel fresh. The difference often lies in how everything is brought together. Linda's approach appears to take familiar fashion ideas and give them a more contemporary interpretation. A classic piece can feel completely different when the proportions are adjusted. A traditional seasonal combination can look refreshed when paired differently. Even something inspired by an earlier era can feel modern when it is styled with a little more simplicity and ease. And wouldn't that be much more practical than rebuilding your entire wardrobe every time the season changes? This is one reason fall and winter can actually be exciting seasons for personal style. Layering gives you room to experiment. Linda's style is interesting because the clothing doesn't seem to overpower the woman wearing it. Instead, the wardrobe appears to support her presence. The clothes are part of the overall impression, but they aren't competing for all the attention. One year, a particular shape is everywhere. The following year, something completely different becomes popular. Then another trend arrives, and suddenly yesterday's must-have is forgotten. But personal style doesn't have to move at the same speed. If your wardrobe is built around things that genuinely make sense for you, you don't have to throw everything away whenever fashion changes. You simply adjust, you refresh, you evolve, and that may be the most valuable lesson in Linda Wright's approach. To fall and winter dressing, getting older doesn't mean your style has to become predictable. It doesn't mean you have to stop experimenting, and it certainly doesn't mean you have to dress like someone else to appear fashionable. The goal isn't to look younger. The goal is to look fresh, confident, polished, and completely comfortable in your own identity. So as you prepare for fall and winter, before you start filling your shopping cart with every new seasonal trend, take a moment to look at your wardrobe differently. Ask yourself, what do I already own that could feel completely new with a different combination? What pieces still represent my personality? What could be simplified? What could be updated? Thanks for watching. See you in my next video.